Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Cresson.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at Bachman's Pools and Spas over on South Stoughton Road, and we're going to be learning a little bit about endless pools. You know what an endless pool is?
Well, I think I do. It's sort of like a treadmill for swimmers.
Exactly. It's exactly it. It's swimming in place, essentially. And that's what we're standing in front of right now, is one of the endless pools that they have here, one of the endless supplies of endless pools that they have here.
Complete with water.
Yeah, how warm is it? I'm going to be taking a dip later on, so I want to make sure that I'm prepared. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great place. These things are great because if you like to practice your strokes and you don't have an Olympic-sized swimming pool in your backyard and don't have room for it, this is a great option, and it's something that can be used, I think, year-round. So
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll
That's
find
for
out for
sure.
sure.
Yeah,
So-
I would think you'd get a great workout from that.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting a great workout, we're going to be talking about cleaning your home, and that is a workout.
It is, and we're going to kind of have a little bit of a serious spin on it today because I think Chris is going to talk about the importance of understanding that your cleaning crew is human, and they get warm and they get overheated and they need fluids just like every other human being does. But Chris from Natura Clean is going to join us, and she's going to talk a little bit about that. And if you do have a cleaning crew at home, hopefully it's Natura Clean, that you make sure that they stay safe in these hot times.
Yeah, really important topic. We're also talking climbing, and when we say climbing, we mean indoor climbing and outdoor climbing with Summit Strength and Fitness. Keith Kubisa is the owner there, and
Coach Kubi.
Coach Kubi wants everyone to try climbing, not just athletes,
Sure.
and not just kids, kind of
Right.
everyone.
Right, and it can be something that athletes, if you're a accomplished athlete, that you can do, but also people who just want to have some fun and do something with the kids as well. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Justin and I have been at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas, and today we're talking pools, specifically endless pools, and we have one right behind us. So if that's new for you, stick around and we'll learn together a little bit later. Right now, though, we're talking climbing, and with us is Keith Kubisa. He's with Summit Strength and Fitness, and also known as Coach Kubi. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so Summit Strength and Fitness it's kind of a climbing gym, but you have other fitness activities there as well. And CrossFit right now has been so popular. How do you compare to the CrossFit gyms in the area?
So we're not a CrossFit affiliate gym, but we do a lot of like general strength and conditioning type classes. That kind of they're a little bit different. They're not a super high intensity, so they cater more to maybe an athletic type lifestyle or just staying in shape. So you're not coming in like you go to a CrossFit gym and knowing what the workout's going to be. They have their daily workout, so it's a little different in that aspect.
Do you still offer a daily workout like a CrossFit gym, or do folks come in and kind of exercise by themselves? Or
We have, I think, 3 classes throughout the week that are a general fitness type workout.
where you're led by?
Yeah, they're led. We do have some open gym hours where you can just come and work out or climb or use the space however you want.
Okay. And when I think of CrossFit, I think of people flipping tires and stuff. You have those there?
We do have a tire out back, but it's rarely used. We just have it back there, so I got it for free.
So obviously, we're on Wisconsin Family today, and so we have to, how can your gym, is it set up in a way that families can enjoy it together?
Yeah, during especially the open gym times I mentioned, we have a lot of families that come in, so maybe a couple of my clients that come work out with me during the week, then they can bring their family in during the open gym time, and there's a little kids wall, which we've showed in past shows, where the 3-4-year-olds can play around on while their older brother and sisters a couple steps away on the bigger wall. So it's a very welcoming and opening. It's not intimidating like walking into a powerlifting gym where there's it's not weights clanging around. It's a good place to hang out and just enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, and get them started when they're little too,
Yeah.
and they're just natural climbers when they're.
Yeah, no, it's incredible seeing how how they can just move intuitively without telling them anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that idea. So we've talked before about climbing and how it's progressed even to a sport, and there are competitions as well as we mentioned before. I think the Olympics, it'll actually be an event. I got that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So do you have a vision for folks that come to your gym as to where they take their climbing skills?
Yeah, ideally, so it's kind of two ways. Part of it, just using climbing as another way to work out and stay in shape. Another part of it turning into more of a lifestyle, somewhere you can not only take your family to the gym, but outside to climb. And we've actually partnered with a company called Apex Adventure Alliance, which take people outside to Devil's Lake to climb. So once you learn the skills in the gym, you can then take those skills outside to climb. But then there's the other factor of doing it safely, as far as putting your ropes up and whatnot. And so that's why we partnered with a company that does that you don't have to worry about doing those. You just use the skills you learned at the gym.
The actual climbing?
Yeah.
Got it.
And
Let's talk a little bit about the outside aspect of that, because you mentioned that you do take people outside, and I think you mentioned Devil's Lake. You actually take
Yep.
people to Devil's Lake.
Yep,
and are there competitions that people can get involved in?
So there are a few competitions outside. Those aren't extremely competitive. It's nothing to stress over. Those are more so getting the community together and raising awareness. A lot of raising money to keep the trail systems up to date, and just to make the park areas more enjoyable for everyone. But then the kids that I work with, there is a competition schedule that they can follow in the spring or fall, and that's not required. And those also are a little bit more laid back. There's not a referee sitting there yelling at you. It's just another way. Essentially, just another day of climbing with kids from all other gyms just getting together and just kind of showcasing your skills, what you've been working on.
You and I were talking about the climbing competitions a little bit before the cameras were going, and the takeaway I got from it is it's kind of like problem solving with a certain amount of time, and whoever can solve these problems in, I guess, the shortest amount of time.
Yes. You're put on the clock, and at that level, a lot of the kids competing are physically as strong as each other. It's just a matter of figuring it out, using their minds within a short period of time to figure out how to get up the wall, and unlocking that sequence, that puzzle. So.
Yeah, unlocking a puzzle. That's a really good way to put it. When it comes to going to the gym versus outside climbing, do you have a recommendation of time of when is a good time to do one or the other?
We usually spend the winter and middle of the summer in the gym is when it's really hot like this. It's tough to climb outside when you get really sweaty. The rock gets a little sweaty, and then typically the best time to climb outside is in the fall, October, November. So we'll spend these months in the gym getting ready to get outside and climb all the hard stuff we've been not going to get on when we're not sweaty and slipping off stuff.
Really quick before we go, we just got about 30 seconds, but what would you say to those who have no ambition to climb outside?
Just come inside to try it and see. I think once you start climbing inside a little bit, you'll start to notice how maybe fun it is, how it works for you in a different way, and it'll eventually lead to the progression of getting outside to find new things, explore new areas, see places you've never been to.
Give it a try, you just might like it. Alrighty, again, this is Keith Kubisa, and he's with Summit Strength and Fitness. Check him out. We'll be right back. We're Wisconsin Family.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Janet and I have been here at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas over on South Stoughton Road, and we're going to be learning a little bit about endless pools later on in the program. And it's so hot out here, Janet, I think I'm going to take a dip.
I can't wait to see that.
Speaking of heat, we have Chris Koenig with Natura Clean with us today. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. How are you?
And I'm great. And I'm curious to know, we've had some hot weather here the last few days, last few weeks. How do your cleaners deal with that? Because it's got to be hot going into their houses.
It's really hot, yeah. So, shorts, we allow shorts in the summer. Fluids, they're drinking a lot of water, and they've got their bottles of water with them, and, we just try to keep them as cool as possible.
Right.
I actually think this is really interesting we're talking about this. Now, Chris's company is a company that cleans homes using eco-friendly, cleaners, and that's great for the environment, great for the homeowner, great for the employees, your employees, the cleaning people that are doing that.
Right.
Another way to take care of them is with this temperature. And so what do you recommend that homeowners do to help out their cleaning people?
Yeah, so the most important thing is if you have air conditioning, leave the air conditioning on that day. A lot of people have their air conditioners set so that they're off during the day, or it's not as cool during the day. It's really important to set it so that our cleaners are have the air conditioning on, because it just gets so hot in there. Another thing is, understand that, let's talk about windows. If you don't have air conditioning, leave a note, like which windows we could open that get a good cross breeze in, and we'll close them when we leave. And fans, can we turn on the fans, ceiling fans, all of that. So, try to keep us as cool as possible.
Right.
Yeah, now, I don't have air conditioning in my home, and just a little bit of work starts to get a sweat going. So I can imagine.
It's true. Yeah. Oh, and
How hot.
another thing too is water. Don't be offended if we're taking, drinking your tap water or drinking out of your water dispenser out on the refrigerator.
Right.
We need water. We need fluids in this kind of weather.
Absolutely. And you got to keep the air moving too, so that's
Yep.
important as well. So, we're talking about, usually when you come on, you kind of give us some tips and things and how we can keep our house clean and how you guys can help. But why talk about this today? Why is this important?
Well, if you think about it, cleaning is really, it's physical, really physical. And I keep talking about how it's a workout. And, we're sweating we're working up a sweat in the middle of winter cleaning homes. So if
sure.
it's like this, it's way worse. It can get really dangerous. In fact,
Yeah.
sometimes when it gets up closer to 100 or over 100, we have clients that don't have air conditioning that say, please reschedule because it's just not safe.
Right.
So it's important because of the health of our employees. We don't want them to get dehydrated.
I think that's a really good point to bring up, because I think a lot of people don't really realize that these are human beings that are coming into their home to make their home look better. They just assume that they'll go away and the whole house will be dirty and then they'll come back and it'll be clean, and that's just it.
It's magic, right?
It's
magic.
But it's human beings, it's human labor,
Right.
and it's important to be considerate of that.
Yeah.
What about other types of weather, Chris? Storms or, I don't know, rain?
Yeah, so that really doesn't affect us in terms of cleaning your home. But if we're in your home and it's raining and you left some windows open, if we're there and we notice it, we'll close the windows for you, so that furniture and things aren't getting damaged. So we try to look out for the client also while we're there.
That's good. That's good. Make sure that that's just basic common sense too.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
So, what about tornadoes? If a siren goes off during a cleaning of somebody's house, what can people do? Do they just go down to the basement? What if they don't have a basement?
Exactly. That's what we do. Even if we're not, if the basement isn't a place we normally go or normally clean, we're going to go in. We have to do what everyone else does, and we're going to stay safe and go in the basement. And some clients have aggressive cats that they leave in their basement. So we're going to be down there with the cat that wants to kill us.
That should
Staying
cost
safe.
extra.
Yes, exactly.
And if they don't have a basement, then of course I think what we're supposed to go into a shower, a shower stall
Sure,
or a
yeah.
tub. So we'll do whatever we can to stay safe, and even if we're not supposed to go in the basement, we're going to go in
Yeah,
the
you're
basement.
gonna
I
at that
see where you're
point.
going.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had to do that recently? We've had a lot of really crazy weather. But
Nothing yet. And we've been in business for over 10 years, and I think maybe once we've had to go into a basement. So it doesn't happen that
too
often here, which is good. Yeah.
That's good. Real quick before we go, we got about a minute left, and I'm wondering if you could kind of remind viewers who might be seeing you for the first time here today, what sorts of things, techniques, chemicals, if I could even use that word, that you're using when you're cleaning houses.
Yeah, so microfiber cloths are the most important for dusting, cleaning, all of that. We use a couple of different all-purpose cleaners. One that we use on stone, which is an enzyme-based cleaner. It's from Naturally It's Clean. We also use all-purpose cleaner from Shackley, their Basic H, which also is a concentrate, so you can do all-purpose glass and degreaser, just formulate it. We'll use different amounts of water to formulate it. And Bonamia is great on toilets or scrubbing, which is what we use. And
these are environmentally friendly type of things.
They all are, yeah. And vinegar, of course, to get rid of hard water. Unless again, it's stone. You don't want to use it on stone.
Yeah, staying green while keeping clean. That should be your new motto.
Good one.
Chris from Natura Clean, thanks so much for joining us today. And don't go away, there's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Janet and I have really been enjoying ourselves outside. It's a nice, warm, breezy summer day here at Bachman's Pools and Spas, and we're joined now by Fred and Kaya Bachman, owners. How are you guys?
Great. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for having us as always. So, you guys are a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the products that you have here, and we're talking about Endless Pools, which is the brand, I believe, right?
Yep.
But this is something called an aquatic fitness system. Did I get that right?
You got that right.
So tell us, Fred, what's all involved in the aquatic fitness system?
Well, it's not just for Olympic swimmers.
Okay.
It's for the novice that wants just a treadmill. There's a treadmill in here, and you can set it at a very low pace along with the swim current. In fact, a lot of people use this for rehabbing when they have knee surgeries.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and there's also, you can put a rowing machine in it.
Wow.
It's actually just bungee cords, but you go against the current as well.
Right.
And there's hydrotherapy seats on this end, and that's sort of the business end for swimming and the treadmilling.
So Fred, when you say a treadmill, I had always assumed it was like a swimming treadmill, but it sounds like it can be a walking treadmill too? You were talking about that, Kaya, because running hurts your body.
Well, for me, swimming, I'm not a swimmer, I'm a floater. So and running or pounding on my knees is definitely hard. So the treadmill, it's like a treadmill at home. You're just walking on the treadmill, but you can also walk against the current, which is going to still give you a great workout.
That's
Yes.
really interesting. That's fascinating. It's deep enough. How deep does it get on
I'd say
you?
I'm probably about here.
Okay, so you do really have to work
Oh, yeah.
against.
So you're really working against the resistance of the
The
water.
resistance plus the treadmill is going, which
Right.
has speeds that you can do it. So you can actually even be running in the water.
Wow.
So you can change the speed of the running, and you can change the speed of the water flow too.
Correct.
The current, I guess.
Both
yeah?
of them, yeah.
Wow.
Swim machine.
Well, and the thing is, this system will challenge even an Olympic swimmer. Like I said, we sell these things to people that are rehabbing their knees all the way to people that compete in triathlons.
Wow.
And want to get in shape for the triathlon.
It'd be kind of neat to see like a really, a elite athlete using something like
Well,
that.
just
Well, you'll get to see me so I mean,
I
thanks for
forgot.
that one, by the way.
Well, and one thing you're going to notice maybe you won't notice because you have probably never been in a different swim spa.
No,
But
no,
The
this will be the
difference
first time.
between the swim machine and most swim spas is it's hydraulically operated.
Okay.
There's a fan that spins
Okay.
instead of jets that blow with air bubbles
Oh,
that
sure, okay.
increase the jet pressure.
Okay.
And they're not variable speed. There's a couple of different speed settings. I don't want to get too technical, but the variable speed part of it and the fact that it's most like a river current.
Sure.
It simulates actual swimming
Right.
better than any other machine on the market.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be able to see that, and we'll get it set up for your speed.
Okay, yes, please do. Please
Yep.
do. I don't want to be pasted to the back of the thing. So.
And it would do that to a person that's not a great swimmer.
Yeah, well, I'm mediocre. So
You're a floater too?
I might a little bit more. On a good day, I might float. So what's really amazing to me about this is that when I was first kind of thinking or imagining what this would be like, I'm thinking, okay, swim spa. I've seen those, or endless pools or whatever. But there's so much versatility here. Like you said, there's kind of like a business in the front, party in the back type of atmosphere here. So there's more than just swimming. Tell us about the party in the back.
Well, there's little waterfalls, and at night, this thing at night is just gorgeous. I think we got some night shots that we can send you guys to.
Yeah.
But I guess you
lights
said
up.
it. It's like a hot tub on this end.
Yeah.
With hydrotherapy jets for relaxing, and then the exercise end is on the other end.
Right.
And this swim spa endless pool, it actually has it open where we do have some units that actually have a separation of a spa here within the swim spa within it. So you have different water temperature, where
Okay.
this is all the same temperature.
Okay.
Usually when you're swimming, you don't want it to be 100 degrees.
No, of
In a
course
hot
not.
tub, we want it at 100
Of course.
degrees.
So
there's a
we
lot
do
of
have
different ways.
models available that we call dual temp.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting.
Fred, do all of them have sort of this roof type of thing?
That's an added-on accessory, and
It
it's
is.
really convenient, and it works great in the wintertime.
Do people use this in the winter?
Oh,
yeah, we leave this
absolutely.
one open for people to try. I challenge people to come in and try this year
Yes.
round. It was
Yes,
it was,
if
it
you're
was
summer.
sat here all winter. Yeah, there are different cover options that are less expensive than this automatic thing, but yeah, and for indoor use, you wouldn't clearly need that.
Right. And you had mentioned nighttime use. So are there lights on this roof or?
No, not on the roof. Not on the roof.
There's lights inside there.
Inside.
Then.
Yeah,
Correct.
you'll see some night shots.
Okay.
It's pretty neat. You
Very
wouldn't
cool.
really need them up there, I don't think.
So this is really kind of an all-in-one. I mean, you know, you talk about a space saver. I mean, if you want to practice rowing or swimming or, you know, just kind of relax on one end, I mean, it's really just everything.
And it's portable. So if you do
Really?
get it and you decide 10 years from now you're going to move, you can take it with you.
Okay.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Do
wouldn't
you
have
guys
guessed
do that moving then? Or?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You
Okay.
bet.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's good to know.
That is really good to know. I could see, you know, people are bright enough to buy a piano, you know, to invest with
Well,
this.
we need a little help from a crane, but yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
okay. All right. Well, it's doable though, for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, we've got just a couple of minutes left, and I want to just switch gears a little bit because right now, obviously, we're in summer, and so people are thinking pools and things like that. And you guys were talking about how the craziness of pool season is starting to kind of wane just a little bit, but
Little bit.
people obviously are still, you know, maintaining their pools. And you guys do a lot with chemicals, and you have some really, really unmatched. In terms of quality chemicals. You want to tell us a little bit about what's the types of things that you offer real quick?
We do. We've been carrying BioGuard for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, over 30 years, sorry. 20 for me, 30 for him. And they really stand out from any other chemical that is out there. They work with everything else that you're using. It's the actual product you're putting in there. You're not having to use as much.
Right.
And the manufacturers, BioGuard, they actually have what's called the True Blue Promise. If you are on the 1, 2, 3 step program with an enhancer, they're guaranteeing you will have a clear pool. No algae, no cloudiness. And if you do, we're going to give you the product at absolutely no cost to get that done.
The True Blue Promise.
True Blue
That's
Promise.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And if you guys out there watching are not believers, come on in and check them out because you guys will actually test the people's water, even if they're not necessarily.
And we don't just
clients.
dip it, we actually run it through our Alex water analysis, and it really gets down to every part of anything that's in the water that we can do.
Huge part of pool maintenance right there. That's
Yes.
probably the biggest thing for pool
Absolutely.
maintenance.
Is that part of staying healthy too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, one other thing I'd like to point out is the swim machine
Yeah.
can also be retrofitted into existing swimming pools. In fact, we have another pool
really?
on display here that has one in. It's actually in an above-ground pool to make it affordable for someone. Maybe we can get a little B-roll of that
absolutely.
later,
We
and you
will.
can see how the swim machine works in just a standard swimming pool, above-ground swimming pool. It can be
All right.
retrofitted.
Well, Fred and Kaya, thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining us and
thank
thank you
you.
for teaching us today about all the things that you know. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure coming here.
Always. Thank you.
And thank you to all of our viewers for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Wisconsin Family.
The beat, clap your hands, let's take control.